It's appropriate to let learners make choices in relation to the support they access. This is a form of scaffolding. The use of Chilli Challenges is an example of this. Support can be framed as mild, medium, hot, and spicy. Students should always be encouraged to work at the hottest level they are able to work at. If this isn't the spicy level, at a future point in the learning sequence, they need to be given the opportunity to do this. Stopping at mild, medium, or hot shouldn't be an option. In this example, it's important to highlight that the learning intention is the same for all students. The differentiation comes from the level of support chosen by the learner at a particular time, whether that's in partnership maybe with a peer, following modelled examples, or using digital devices and their available tools. An important caveat on choice is that students don't always make good choices themselves. Sometimes they choose things because they are already good at them, or they're already more likely to be successful. Other times they choose things because they think they will enjoy them, but actually the less enjoyable choice would have been a better option for their learning. Therefore, it's often a need for teachers to guide choice. By the same token, teachers need to be careful how much choice they give students. More choice doesn't necessarily mean more learning. In fact, it can often mean the opposite. Differences in learners often arise from differences in the sort of activities they choose and what they do in these activities. Let's consider this scenario. Why wouldn't this prove particularly successful? It's very simple. There's too much choice, and no matter how good a teacher you are, you would struggle to keep control over this learning. Some learners would choose things that were too easy for them, and some would choose things that were too difficult. Some learners would automatically go towards the station that they were already good at because it was the easy option. Furthermore, the teacher would spend the entire lesson going from station to station, checking in, providing feedback and answering questions, barely stopping to actually catch a breath. There would be no opportunity during the teachable moment to get any sense of how the class was performing as a unit in relation to the specific content. This is an example of what Bruce Robertson refers to as lethal mutation. For more information on mutated differentiation, please see element 6 of the 5 Pedagogies platform or visit our YouTube channel. Another example of differentiation through choice is pick and mix. With this, students make choices about the task they attempt within an activity. If a Chilli challenge is in effect about choosing whether or not to wear armbands or use a float, pick and mix is about choosing which end of the pool to jump into. What do you think the advantages of this approach would be? So some learners will start from problem 1 and work through every problem. Some start at the beginning and only do odd problems. Others start with problem 7 and continue from there. Such an approach involves differentiated challenge within an activity, helping everyone jump ditches of the most appropriate width. The teacher hasn't had to prepare separate activities for different learners. Although different learners are practicing different problems, the choices they have are within a tightly regulated domain in terms of the core content of the curriculum. The class is therefore kept closely together as a unit. However, there are opportunities for those to extend their learning by tackling increasingly complex problems. And as there is really a limit to how difficult we can make activities, there is no need for anyone to be held back. The following questions will encourage further reflection and professional dialogue between colleagues.